I'm Diana, and today I am going to show you one of my favorite ways, or one of the ways that I use my Nespresso's tropical coconut over ice. If you guys did not see, I did a video reviewing this pod. I will link the video down below on just my first impressions, what I thought about it, and my overall first impression or review was that I did like it, that it is on the lighter side, and because I particularly like strong coffee, I would add an extra shot of espresso, a lighter roast, just so it wouldn't take away from the coconut flavor. But I did try it with a light roast and a dark roast espresso, and it tastes perfectly fine. It actually did not take away from the flavor. So that was my review on it. But I did have maybe like 4 or 5 pods left, and I was like, oh, let me figure out different ways to make it. And I did it as a cold brew, and it came out pretty well. Let me explain to you what I did. You're probably like, well, how do you make this as a cold brew, Diana? I'll show you. So, one of my favorite coffees before I got into Nespresso or anything like that was Cafe Bustelo. I love Cafe Bustelo. I am Haitian American, and growing up, my parents drank Cafe Bustelo, and of course, naturally, I ended up drinking Cafe Bustelo. It's strong. It gives you that little umph that you need. It's an espresso, actually. I used it as coffee, but love Cafe Bustelo. I went and I made it as a cold brew, and I was like, oh, I have those coconut pods. Let me just put one in there just to see what happens. And then the next day, when I was making my coffee for work, I used that, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is actually pretty good. And it's pretty good. It's pretty good. So I'm gonna show you how to make that today. So give me a second. So first you're going to need a mason jar. So I filled it up about 20 ounces. Now you can take your favorite coffee. Your favorite ground coffee. Mine is going to be Cafe Bustelo. I love this stuff. If you never had it before, try it. You'll love it. And then I'm going to put in about 3 of these scooper thingies full. And then the star of the show, we're going to use our tropical coconut pod. I'm just going to take a knife and be careful during this part. Open that bad boy up. You only need a little part of it. And I'm going to dump that in there. Just opening this, the aroma is just lovely. I feel like I want to be on a beach somewhere. Alright, so I'm going to do that, pour that in there. Try not to make a mess. Make sure you get all of it out. And then I am going to seal it up. Okay, perfect. Give it a shake. Alright, so I'm going to put this in my fridge overnight, and tomorrow morning you'll have cold brew. Now, I'm not gonna let you wait until the next video to see it. Of course, I have one prepared. Okay, so I didn't have an extra mason jar, so I just put it in my, what is it? This is an espresso cup too, the largest one. So I basically did the same thing, but did it in a larger cup. What I have here is my pour over. Oh my gosh, this is literally, and I'm sorry to say this, Nespresso, but pour over coffees are literally the best coffees ever. If I wasn't just so lazy in the mornings, it literally is. I'm gonna actually do a video and show you how I make my coffee using the pour over method. And if you guys have never had it, trust me, once you have it, it's just like, oh, hello coffee, I love you, even more. But if you don't have one of these, you can just get, if you have cheesecloth, you can use that, or you can use one of the filters from the regular coffee. You could get those nowadays in like Target for like 99 cents, and just put it over a cup, and hold it down so it doesn't seep in while you're pouring it over. But you need some sort of filter to catch the coffee grinds, and this metal thing, it's the coffee grinds wouldn't go through, but I like to do it at least 2 times just to make sure, because nobody wants to taste little coffee rinse in your teeth. That's just We're not about that life. All right, so this has been in my fridge for a few hours. I'm going to take this out. It looks a hot mess, but trust me, it's gonna be so good. It smells delicious. And I'm just gonna pour this in here just to filter it out. Oh, are you gonna make a mess? I spilled a little, but that's okay. The camera isn't on my table, so you can't see how much of a mess I made, so it is what it is. Perfect. And you can just see, I'm gonna tilt it. You can see all the coffee grinds in there. Full beans. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to run it through this one more time. I'm going to rinse this off, of course. Okay. So I'm going to put it in this. Okay. And just to make sure it catches everything. I have my cup of ice. I am going to pour my coffee in here. Then I add a couple of my favorite things. So since the coconut, tropical coconut pod, they said it has aromatic notes of caramel and vanilla, I am going to use my favorite creamer. It is Natural Bliss vanilla flavor. This right here. And I'm also going to use my Torani vanilla syrup. This is what it looks like. Get this in front. I am going to put, I can open it, about half of a teaspoon. Don't need that much because the creamer is already sweet. And then I'm going to put about 2 tablespoons of my favorite creamer. I'm going to use my long Nespresso spoon. We're going to mix this up. Taste. It's so good and refreshing. I really, really love it. This is such a nice coffee. It is just delicious. So you don't need any fancy machine to make a cold brew. You don't, it literally is that simple. You just take some water, you put some coffee grounds in there, and then you shake it up, and then you put it in your fridge. Next day you have cold brew. Well, you want to filter it out, and then you have cold brew. It's just really nice and refreshing, especially in the summertime. You know, I'm in the city, New York City and Brooklyn. You know, it's not very tropical here, so this kind of makes me feel like I'm on a beach somewhere. Not really, but a girl can dream. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you try it. If you do, just leave a comment down below. Like this video if you enjoyed it, and then please subscribe. Until next time guys, have a good one. Bye.